Warm welcome here with the latest on headlines. Today we're going to cut across directly to Bangalore. The latest that we are getting in on a case of sexual assault of a child in school. Two cases coming back to back in 2 weeks. In the latest case, a teacher has now been arrested in connection with the rape of a 6-year-old girl. The girl was raped repeatedly over 2 days by the teacher. According to our sources in the police, the school had not completed the background check on the teacher. What we are also learning is that safety guidelines that were made compulsory after the Vibgyor school rape incident were only partially implemented within the school premises. Parents are protesting outside the school, demanding strict action against the management. Police is undertaking the process to question the management. The Chief Minister too shifting the onus of ensuring the children's safety on the school administration.
She has been sexually assaulted on 2 occasions, that is on 28th and 29th. So today the mother of the victim, she has come and she has filed a complaint. We have detained one person who is strongly suspected for this act. Prima facie, the incident has taken place inside the school premise.
Would like to cut across immediately to my colleague Pratibha Raman, who is tracking the protest understandably taking place outside the school. You know, Pratibha, it's rather interesting how things are playing out at this point of time, because no longer is this just limited, the onus, the blame limited to the school authorities anymore. Something which even the Chief Minister of the state is trying to peddle, saying that the school authorities need to be responsible. It seems to be an epidemic where Bangalore is concerned. 2 cases have happened back to back, 3 cases in 3 months. Yet the Chief Minister thinks that the onus lies with the school authorities, who clearly are doing nothing at all.
Absolutely, because there's been absolute lack of coordination with regards to the Department of Education as well as the police department and the main government not taking enough steps for effective implementation of all these guidelines. If you actually look at this particular school, today being the last date for the final implementation of the guidelines, and still this school boasts of just 4 CCTV cameras and the background checks are pretty much incomplete. And if this is going to be the state of affairs of all schools, then such kind of incidents can really never be thwarted, and that is the claim made by most of these parents here, and they are absolutely petrified in terms of sending their children to such schools. And this particular school is a middle class school, and most of those parents come from a very poor economically backward background, and most of them claim that when they charge such exorbitant fees and they do not really take care of the safety of the children, the management must be liable for this. The police is really in a fix because it's a very precarious situation, because there is absolutely no case against the management in terms of just in terms of the safety guidelines, yes, but not in terms of the license issues or any such thing. And the safety guidelines comes under the purview of the High Court. So all eyes on the court on what kind of directions, because the next hearing is on November 7th. Back to you.
You know, Pratibha, till now we've seen that Bangalore is very high on civic activism. Now, 3 cases have come back to back in 3 months where these schools are concerned. Clearly, the schools have thrown every possible guideline out of the window. Nobody's following anything. Now, what kind of reactions are you picking up? Are we going to be looking at a larger protest, not just by the school, but somewhere where the Bangalore citizenship takes up the issue? Because this is seeming like an epidemic where Bangalore looks like the state, the country's capital on pedophilia.
True, in fact, for 3 months they have been reeling under this shock of such repeated incidents of rape, and clearly the 3rd incident is the last straw for most of these parents, and most of them agitated here because their first demand is to have the culprit handed over to them so that they can mete out justice, because most of them do feel that the laws aren't really effective, the police isn't being strict, the government is not taking enough serious action. So with regards to this, in order to install some element of fear in the mindsets of such men, the culprit must be brought to book, and it must be the public who will provide justice for such kind of incidents of rape, so that the law immediately will turn out to be strict, and there will be some amount of fear gripping most of these criminals who have such mindsets. So these are the kind of statements that have been made by the parents, who seem to think that there's absolutely no hope that they can have on the government's action as well as the police department here, because the police is being mute spectators here in terms of not arresting the management yet.
All right, appreciate you joining us. Pratibha Raman getting us the very latest from Bangalore.